The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Lisa stepped forward, her boots echoing against the crystalline floor. Around her, representatives from 47 species watched with their various sensory organs, some with eyes, others with heat-sensitive membranes, and a few with consciousness fields that humans still didn't fully understand. "Commander Lisa," the Vraxian ambassador hissed through his translator, "your species protests too much." The Zelthri were simply disciplining unruly specimens. "It is standard protocol across the galaxy." Lisa's jaw tightened. Behind her, Vin Diesel stood like a mountain of controlled rage, his arms crossed over his chest. He had seen the footage. They both had. 23 human children, kidnapped from a colony ship, subjected to what the Zelthri called behavioral conditioning experiments. Specimens. Lisa's voice was ice. "You call children specimens?" The Zelthri representative, a being that resembled a mass of tentacles wrapped around a glowing core, pulsed with what their species considered amusement. "Your offspring are weak, slow to mature. We sought to understand why your species wastes resources on such defective units. Our tests were educational." Vin Diesel took one step forward. Just one, but every species in the room felt the shift in atmosphere. The Krillian delegate actually backed away, their chitinous plates clicking nervously. "You tortured children," Vin Diesel said, his voice a low rumble. "Human children," the council mediator, a floating entity of pure energy named Constellation Who Guides, attempted to intervene. "Let us remember that cultural differences, no." Lisa cut through the platitude like a plasma blade through flesh. "There are no cultural differences that justify what was done. The Zelthri didn't just harm our children. They declared war on our species. They just don't know it yet." Murmurs rippled through the chamber. The galaxy had always seen humans as peculiar aggressive, yes, but also surprisingly empathetic. They formed bonds with other species, adopted alien creatures as pets, and wept at the suffering of beings they'd never met. The council had assumed this made them weak. They were about to learn otherwise. The Zelthri representative pulsed again, its tentacles writhing in what passed for laughter among its kind. "War, your species. You barely have 12 colony worlds. We control 300 systems. Your threats are..." The lights in the council chamber died. Emergency systems flickered on, bathing everything in red. Alarms began to wail. The Zelthri's tentacles stopped moving as data flooded into their neural network. "What?" the creature whispered through its translator. "What have you done?" Lisa's smile held no warmth. "We gave you a choice. Return our children, surrender those responsible for their torture, and face justice. You refused. So now, let me introduce you to something you clearly didn't research before you touched our kids." She gestured to Vin Diesel, who activated a holographic display. It showed the Zelthri home system, all 7 of their primary worlds, and surrounding each one, thousands upon thousands of human warships, appearing seemingly from nowhere. "Impossible," the Zelthri breathed. "Your fleet numbers were..." "What we let you see," Vin Diesel interrupted. "Humans learned something a long time ago. We learned it from wolves protecting their cubs, from birds defending their nests, from every parent throughout history who ever stood between their child and danger." Lisa continued, her voice steady and terrible. "We learned that when someone threatens our children, there is no force in the universe that can stop us. We will burn worlds. We will cross galaxies. We will extinct entire species without hesitation or remorse." The hologram shifted, showing factory stations hidden in asteroid fields, entire moons converted into shipyards, resource extraction operations in dead systems that the galaxy had overlooked. Decades of preparation, generations of planning. "Humanity has always known the galaxy was dangerous," Lisa said softly. "We've been preparing for this moment since we first left Earth, not hoping for it, not wanting it, but ready for it." Vin Diesel's voice carried across the chamber. "We built weapons we prayed we'd never use. We trained soldiers for a war we hoped would never come. We created contingencies for every species in this council, mapped every world, infiltrated every network, not because we're paranoid, because we're parents." The Zelthri representative was shaking now, its core light flickering erratically. Around the chamber, other species watched in dawning horror. They had all dismissed humanity's obsession with protecting their young as an evolutionary weakness. They hadn't understood it was their greatest strength and the galaxy's greatest danger. "You have 6 hours," Lisa said, her words falling like a judge's gavel. "Return every child, alive, healthy, unharmed. Surrender your leadership for trial. Dismantle your weapons," or she didn't need to finish. The hologram showed it clearly. Human ships surrounding every Zelthri world, weapons hot, targeting systems locked. "This is madness," the Vraxian ambassador shouted. "The Council will never allow." "The Council," Vin Diesel said quietly, "will do exactly nothing. Because every species here is now wondering, did we keep our hands clean? Did any of our ships, our traders, our scientists ever harm a human child? And if so," he looked around the chamber slowly, "are they coming for us next?" The silence was absolute. Lisa turned to leave, Vin Diesel falling into step beside her. At the doorway, she paused and looked back at the frozen council. "We didn't want to be monsters," she said softly. "We wanted to be explorers, friends, partners in this grand cosmic community. But you forced our hand. You harmed our children. And now you'll learn what happens when you wake the beast that humanity keeps carefully caged." 6 hours, Vin Diesel added. "Choose wisely." They left the council chamber. Behind them, the Zelthri representative collapsed, its tentacles going limp. Across 300 systems, Zelthri leadership received the same message, saw the same ships, faced the same impossible choice. The galaxy had tested humanity's love for their children. They would never make that mistake again.